if you have been teaching mostly in a lecture hall, if you maybe the chance is to try to delegate, maybe, I don't know, your first inspiring lecture or first introduction to the course as a teaser to videos, just to give it a try. To be more specific, is it necessary to shoot a video? Would be great if you shoot an audio. A teaching audio, I think it is also could be a way. The whole again and again, the whole idea is to try to delegate some synchronous teaching to asynchronous form of teaching. And what asynchronous form of teaching? It could be a video, it could be audio, it could be even text, but text is a bit boring, I would say. Is it a reason to delegate it to students? If you have a motivated students whom you can ask to help you to shoot a nice video, why not? Okay. Why not?
And is it okay if we try screencast?
Sorry, there were many people talking at the same time. Please.
Sorry, Ms. Vadalian, I was just wondering if it would be possible to have a screencast, for example, to make like a auto self video.
Yeah. I think it's absolutely doable. There are different nice forms to produce it. When we show ourselves in the video, it's motivating. Then students understand that there is some inspired teacher behind of materials. So maybe that is why we want to provoke, of course. But definitely no, we don't force you to choose this form. I mean, to have a talking head.
Okay, thank you.
But the thing is that the only technology we can use is our mobile phones. That's it.
Annie, I also was thinking about this when we try to make a translation of our videos, and you have different options, even avatar. Why not?
Yeah, there are exciting technologies nowadays, by the way. You can make like a cartoon. It is amazing. You wrote a script, a scenario, and then you send it to a website, and the website generates cartoon for you.
It is easy to say, guys. You are digital engineers, but we are just whatever, just teachers or professors.
No mercy and no excuse. We need to stay tuned. We are happy we have students. Students can help. The things they can do in TikTok.
That's what I'm saying. Students are on vacation, and the only technology for the moment, I have a mobile phone, so I will make some mobile shooting. Okay. Thank you very much.
You can do it again. Where is the will, there is a way. So if you can craft a wonderful short 5 minutes, 3 minutes.
Leonid, I'm a single mother. I'm finding my way during whole my life, so it's no problem at all.
Okay.
And what about the content? What content do you expect just to be included in the video? Because it was not clear from the assignment.
Maybe it's a time to step in for Anastasia because she knows exactly the text. My how to call it, spiritual vision of it, anything that would relate to teaching. So
but you mentioned use your first home task to record the video. So so will you please just like my home task, first home task was a lesson design for the job interview. So just can you be more specific or maybe upload a couple of examples? There is some other sound in the video, but so maybe
there is nice child voice we are hearing in good English, really good English. So may I put it like this? In the first homework we made a plan for lessons that like what is going to be synchronous, asynchronous, and that it is nice to have a video that's somehow coming out from this plan. So if you plan a lesson and something is delegated to asynchronous teaching, and typically to teach something you need students to come to the class, now you replace it with a piece of video. Am I right, Anastasia?
Just to understand, for example, are we making like a 5-minute video like you made with Anastasia and we speak on some topic and give an assignment? to our students. So please be more specific. Because
okay, we will be more specific in a second.
Thank you.
Okay, Anastasia, let us try to be more specific. What exactly is needed?
Well, the idea was that you're making something for your course. So you can take the same lesson that you took for the first assignment. You can take any other lesson that you took for your assignment and make a short video like 5-6 minutes when you're explaining this topic to your students. So this video that can live without you, so that you can delegate to students, ask them to watch before class, for example, and continue with them on the topic in the class. So it can be any topic that you teach, because we have teachers from different directions. So I can't say it should be English past tense, or like, I don't know, there was something from biology or from vitamins. So whatever refers to you and whatever you feel confident that you can record this 6-minute video and would be interesting for your students. I would say it also can be in any language that you teach, because it does not make sense for you to record in English if you teach in Georgian or if you teach in Armenian. We'll just in general, we'll look at your video and like get the general comments, even though we don't understand the text.
Is it okay like to shoot a video from our like home desk or just a university workstation or somewhere? I mean, is this format okay for you?
Yes, it's fine. We would prefer it to be not a screencast, because we would like you to step out of the comfort zone. I believe that most of us have done screencasts during these years of pandemic. So if you can record it with your face, it will be much better. If you definitely can't, you don't have any equipment, I don't know, you have kids around you, so okay, then screencast will be an option. Other questions?
We should also have shoot our face and the body to like something like that. You need to see our face and the movement.
Well, it's always better to have the instructor on the video, because it builds trust between student and the teacher, especially if you give this video before students see you for the first time. So it would be nice to have you maybe at least at the beginning of the video when you introduce yourself.
One more question. If I'll have already a lesson video, but I just can't put my face on the YouTube video, like something like that, it's possible?
Okay, do it.
Or I should make another one.
I mean, if you have a good one, so just shoot it. Maybe we will look at it.
And make it by myself, yes? With the face.
I mean, if someone helps you to make the video, why not?
Okay.
Yeah. And think of this video like you want to win thousands of likes in YouTube, thousands of views. Think about it. Just forget about certificate. Forget about this kind of what we have to do for you to to be pleased. No, we try to make an exciting video, maybe a teaser for your course, for example. Yeah, and you want to win. We want to win views, shares, likes. And try to be like, to really think how to win bigger audience, bigger than you have maybe currently. That is what I think. I'm currently learning guitar. I'm learning jazz guitar, and it's amazing how many wonderful videos are. And I remember my boring time in musical school when I was teenager. I wasted 5 years, not actually less, but anyway. And now it's so exciting. I mean, there are professionals in the field sharing the beauty of playing guitar. So why we don't share in the beauty of teaching mathematics or Georgian or biology? That is what I'm thinking. For me, it was dramatic breakthrough when once I realized that I teach not because I need to please my dean, but I teach because it's a natural pleasure of sharing. And if I want to share it, yeah, why don't upload it in YouTube? So that was my logic.
I have a very short question. May I ask?
Yes, sure.
First of all, hello, everybody. It is always nice to see you here. So every time I try to prepare some homeworks and quizzes till the Zoom session, I mean before the meeting, thus I recorded a very short video today. It's about 9 minutes. And there were the questions, which kind of platform we can use. And very shortly, I use a Zoom platform in order to record my face, as well as to share some screen like PowerPoint or the Mood platform. It's very easy for us, and then we can cut some like very short minutes or that. Also, in the general background of this video includes about the first homework, because as I realized, I prepare some like pre-meeting homework according to the first homework, and now I created some like digital course on the Mood platform in English. And according to this video, I introduced to my students how we can use Mood platform for the learner to content and learner to teacher conversation and like some relationship. Yeah. And I think it's really easy and good enough for students. And if anyone wants to share this experience, you can take it. And the question is, my video is about 9 minutes, and is it any problem?
Good question.
It's okay. I can watch it on a great speed.
For me, it's also the biggest challenge for me was to make short videos, because I was educated on 45 long minutes lectures, yeah. And then when somebody told me, okay, now you have to squeeze everything in 5 minutes, I felt embarrassed. Nevertheless, the truth is that nowadays children, students, they have very short ability to concentrate. So if you have 5 minutes video and you have 10 minutes video, you have 4 times smaller chances to be watched as a 10 minutes. 9 minutes is like a borderline. Of course, there is like a general advice, yeah, but the shorter the better. Even 5 minutes is like most recommended. 15 absolute maximum, like this. Nevertheless, when I listen to a nice lesson of a great jazz player, I suddenly find myself watching it for 45 minutes. So there is no recommendation. But the thing is, the shorter, the better. And it's pretty challenging because, for example, if you have a very lot of subject, you need to develop during, from linear to non-linear or from Middle Age to modern time. You need to find a way how to make it modular, exactly. So, and what is interesting also, after you produce your video and you upload it, for example, in YouTube, you can watch statistics. It is exciting because you can realize that 95% of viewers drop the watching video after first minute. 95% of viewers. It is like means for whom you shoot the whole video if after first minute they drop. So. And another thing for me was very interesting to analyze when students drop watching. What did I say? And with YouTube, you can easily find what was let's say the worst moment that most of students drop watching the video. Also very exciting. So we want you to have this experience unless you will already enjoying it. So Shalva, thank you so much for your comments also. Yeah, as usually, wonderful. Thank you. Okay, Nina is asking and.
Hello. Generally, I can't understand. So we should upload the 5-minute video on YouTube.
Yes.
And you are constantly comparing teachers' work with the musicians.
No.
But teacher's job is a long term, and it is not focused on the how to say, it is not external, it is internal. Our job is internal. I can be invisible and I can teach. And why visibility is so put forward, I can't understand. And especially on YouTube, and it is focused on likes and social networking. So it's a new, I can't understand.
Yeah, Nina.
I should on YouTube my face, for example. A teacher can be ugly.
Never. Teacher is never
Why?
ugly.
Teacher can be ugly. Why should he compelled to upload his face on YouTube?
No.
And and if it is dependent on likes, it can get no likes.
No, Nina, I'm very sorry, and please understand me right. We are not forcing; we are just discussing different things, and of course, it is up to the teacher whether to show his or her face or not. I try to. In the very beginning of our lessons, we, with Anastasia, discussed the point. First, you have to define the goal of your course. If the goal of your course is just to teach your 20 students you have, and they are like prisoners, I mean, they came to the class and they cannot leave it because they got the credit. That's one thing. But if you want to win the audience, if you plan it as a kind of, I don't know, I'm not afraid to take
yes, but it is not teaching, it is marketing now. If I win, if the institution does not believe me and doesn't trust me, so I should win something.
No.
It is marketing to win, to get likes, and sometimes the visual gets likes, not the real teaching that is behind this visual thing, you know.
I would agree. Of course, I mean it's we are in a free world and we can choose what kind of model. We just how to say, we just want to discuss a hypothetical model in which
separate education with from marketing. I think so. That's my personal opinion, generally.
Okay, there are different economies, in common economy or free market economy, and the model you choose, and the same with, I think, universities. There are common universities.
No, education is not business and it is not marketing. It
okay,
just real education is real education. It doesn't depend on visuality, on likes, and it is long term.
You can be a long-term visual too. But okay, there are a lot of people who want to share.
What is excitement? I see you, Leonid, you are smart, good visual. I'm excited. I give you likes and you are a good teacher. And you win the auditory. I don't understand this.
It's not the aim of this video, as I understand. Yes, likes are not the aim. It was just an example.
But it is explained in such a way, you know.
I think
just an example.
Nina, likes and to excite them, and sometimes excitement is not real teaching. It's just excitement. It's just a like.
This is just an example for shooting your video.
One part of the iceberg. So what you see, and what is behind, below this iceberg? What is below?
I'm afraid we are discussing the statement: can education be fun, or it has to be suffering and tears? I think it can be fun. It can be exciting. Why not? It's not contradictory. I mean, requirements for education. I think you can win thousands of likes and still be good teacher. Why not? I think it's Darwinism, if you want. Can you say like Darwinism of teaching? That we have to make a system in which good teachers, stay alive and progress, and teachers who cannot win students get out of business. Can it be the model? Yeah, please, let's listen to others. It's very interesting. Svetlana,
I just want to say that the idea of teaser is the best one, and we can develop it and to do some 5-minute video without any complication.
Good, yeah, that's good. Yeah, but thank you for the same thing. Yeah, please go ahead, Stella.
So I would like to say a few words as well, and I think this is connected to what we discussed the previous times, and namely to finding the perfect balance.
Yes.
It's all about balancing. And we do know that at present, the students that come to us, they are used to this environment. And I keep saying that we should make technology our friend, not our enemy. And we shall think in ways how technology, so in what way technology can help us in our education process. So I don't think that the main idea that we have to retain from here that we make videos to get more likes. We might not get any like whatsoever.
No, of course.
Yeah, and although I am totally convinced that education is not entertainment, but I do see the point when somebody says it can be fun. And probably if we can somehow make the process easier for our learners, why not try this? And concerning the length of the video, because this is what I wanted to say, yeah, I know that the shorter, the better. However, you yourself said within 1 minute, even if my video is 5 minutes short, but it is boring, I will lose the students, even if just I didn't get the attention from during that 1 minute. And you also said that there are lessons, right? Music lessons that are longer and you watch them entirely because you are so interested, you are so into it, and the same can happen to the students. So undeniably the attention span has decreased. We know this, and even at present they speak that within the seconds they decide whether or not. So within the seconds they decide whether or not they want to watch the videos. It is quite challenging. I think one thing we have to remember is who is our audience, and we assume as teachers that most probably these people developed already learner autonomy. And if learner autonomy is developed, most probably they would have the time, the patience to watch the video. But if learner autonomy is not developed, no matter how entertaining the lesson is, I'm not sure we will manage to help them to scaffold their learning process. So this is my point of view. Thank you.
Thank you. Excellent. Yeah, agree. So more ideas, please. Stella, Annie.
Yes, if I may. Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. As usual, I have several questions, so if you don't mind, but I'll try to be as fast as possible. So just as a comment to Nino, so as far as I understand from this particular task, it doesn't have to be like YouTube, it can be Google Drive and some other cloud, so we will not be very visible this time. As for marketing part, we also should, we have to admit that today education is changing and also teaching is a way of earning money. But here I need to say that European universities are at a bigger advantage than other universities, because like the likelihood that somebody will buy a course from any Central European university is much higher than if they buy a course from some other university, let's say from Armenia. But it doesn't mean that like our course is worse. Unfortunately, it is a big issue, but it's another topic, so I wouldn't like to discuss it now and to take your time. Also, Nino brought an issue. She said teachers are ugly. Of course, teachers are not ugly, but one thing is when you're in the classroom, you are talking in the classroom, and another thing is when you are shooting a video, and here come forth some issues like being photogenic and phonogenic. You can admit it or not, but unfortunately, some people and the way they speak are not easy to perceive on YouTube. And I guess here the work of a teacher assistant or even the teacher just needs to work much harder, because like when you make a sleep in the classroom, it's one thing, but if you shoot a video and even expect later this video to be part of an educational course and to be sold, I myself as a perfectionist consider it not very beautiful when the speaker makes mistakes which can easily be avoided, like upon or after better preparation. Just another comment. And to make it like a bit certain for me, is it okay to use a mobile phone like to record my short video? Yes. And two more questions, quick questions. So it's mentioned in the material that asynchronous course is more flexible, but like you deliver a specific course, the content is the same for, let's say, 100 people, but when a teacher enters the classroom and sees who the real students are, the chances that the teacher will update, modify, or a bit change the course are much higher. So I guess we need some flexibility point on the part of synchronous teaching as well. Also use, we were saying that students like these digital technologies, etc. Maybe yes, and it is our future, but the lockdown and our Zoom classes show that our students were much more eager to continue in class and online, sometimes even more than teachers. Some teachers liked it the other way. And my final question is about homework. So like I get my point, it was 80 unless I'm mistaken, but I'd like to see the comment, for example, and not maybe about this particular course, but if the students get the grades and do not get the comments or do a test and do not see the wrong answers, something is missing. Like I would like to know which of the answers are wrong. If I do not learn this information, then it means I have missed something. I haven't learned something well, but I would like to. So no more questions. Sorry.
Thank you, Stella. Anastasia,
yeah, maybe I answer to the last question. Regarding comments and regarding the right answers to the quiz. Unfortunately, it's not our problem. Like, we would like to give you answers, but it's the problem of the platform. I can't do anything with it. I'm really sorry. So the only option that we can do, we can discuss the most difficult questions that you have during the test on our last Zoom meeting, so that everyone had a chance to try each test themselves, and then we discuss the most difficult ones. I tried to give you personal comments for your homeworks, but then someone told me that you're not able to see it. So I decided not to waste my time writing your comments because you actually don't see them. That's why we had general comments. I can say that like why it might have been 80 or like 90 points, that you were not really detailed how you're going to teach. So if it might have been not your work, it might have been some other work, so don't take it personally. But it might have been, if we're talking about like after class activity or in class activity, there was only one word, text, presentation, video.
No, my question is about homework number 2. Actually, like I didn't take too much effort to do it, etc. I just did to try and to like fulfill the main requirements, but I was just, it would be interesting to know why is it 80 or 90, why 80 not 100, just as those inquisitive students usually do.
But for second assignment, everyone who passed it should be 100. So like this. Yeah, but I'm sorry. Even if we try to give you personal comments, you're not able to see it. Yes, please, Anya.
Good morning, good afternoon, all dear participants and educators from Moldova, Armenia, and Georgia. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Ani. I live in Armenia. I graduated Yerevan Linguistic University after named Brusov a few years ago. Now I am an English language teacher and work in high school. I would like to express my big gratitude to the organizers of this course, Professor Leonid Chechurin and instructor Anastasia, for this wonderful opportunity and collaboration. I would like to say it's a great honor for me to participate in this course with so many wonderful teachers, educators, and lecturers. So I would like that our collaboration will continue in the near future. Thank you again, and I hope we can stay in touch in the future.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Nice to hear. Good work.
And I don't have any question concerning the video. I can create it later and I will send you.
Okay. Okay.
But I still have technical issue on my platform.
Technical issues to the chat, please, so everyone can see the answers. Please, technical issues to the chat. Let's use this time for communicating about content.
All right, Anastasia. Thank you.
Can I say something concerning the likes and dislikes that one can get on YouTube? I do understand that this can be demotivating, and probably the teacher would take it personally. First of all, YouTube right now doesn't allow dislikes, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is one thing. Even if there are no likes, what is your purpose? You want to create a video to help your learners. That would be the purpose, not
just to get more likes. Yeah, I do understand that for this course, we need to create a course at the end. But right now, at present, we use, for example, YouTube to assist, to facilitate, to scaffold the process of learning. Concerning the comments, we know in English, right? They say if you please everybody, then you are, when you try to please everybody, you please none. So it's natural that somebody will like you and somebody would not like you, because this is what happens in life, no? And I don't think that this is what should count. Probably, and another thing, the comments can be moderated. So on YouTube, you can moderate the comments. First of all, just the person writes and the comment won't appear till you will approve of that comment to appear. But I think it's okay when somebody doesn't like or gives some critical feedback to what you have done. So I don't think this should be a preoccupation of ours. Maybe I'm wrong.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I can, of course, just giving another comment that one of the, I think, very great idea of Yelena about this project was not just to have some kumbaya singing together of teachers, you know, explaining our pains and gains and so on, but also to try to show a way for again, going out of routine, maybe showing how to turn what you are doing well into business, if by chance you have such an idea, if you feel your potential. And we try, of course, we try just to teach, of course, because we are hired to teach as professors, as teachers, but also if we do something really nice and we want to share it and we feel that people like it, then why not? And we are trying here now to discuss how to market it, how to make it nice. That is,
yeah, and we will do our best. We shall see. But I would agree with Stella, because she said, right, that we lose in front of European institutions. So who would buy a course from Moldova or from Armenia or Georgia? So still, but probably the same would be true about America, right? Somebody who is from Harvard, right? And I don't know.
That is true. There is like MBA must be American thing, and even European universities, you know, they are like.
The point is just not to to try. Let us again at least try. We shall see what comes out of it.
If you want to enter big marketplace like Coursera or edX, of course you need to have this initial contract to be served there. So you cannot just suggest them their course. That is true. If you have smaller marketplaces, you can start with your own thing. And again, I strongly believe where there is a wish, there is a way. So let us, I don't know, we can make a joint course. We can write courses together. We can, and again, I'm sorry for giving a lot of examples. Okay, I'll stop giving examples from music, for control theory, if you like, mathematics, yeah? And still, I see in YouTube a huge amount of very small, very nice movies. What is PID control? What is sensor? What is H infinity norm and so on? 5 minutes. And when I watch it, I see a person who is passionately explaining something. And the next thing, oh, he was from Harvard. Oh, he was from Brusov or whatever. I don't care. I see the person who is, in a very simple words, nicely, with humorous, explaining a topic. That is the thing. Yeah. Good. Let's keep going our conference on. I like it so much. So we have the same pains in different institutions that are called university. Please, anyone who can speak out. Again, Stella is wanted to say something. Annie, please go ahead.
Can I?
Please.
When I was reading about advantages of or disadvantages of asynchronous teaching, just something came to my mind. Yeah, last time when we were speaking about synchronous teaching and assessment in synchronous teaching, thinking that it might be a little bit subjective because we like teachers like active students and they get higher marks. But on the one hand, asynchronous teaching or assessment seems to be objective. But don't you think that it leaves much room for cheating? For example, you may never know who is behind the computer and who is doing the quiz. How do you control this process? Because I know a lot of people, for example, even if they were taking some TESOL courses, they asked somebody else to write their essays. Yeah. And it is really, even when you see your students later on, you guess whether the student wrote the essay himself or herself. But if you do not see them, if you are not aware of their abilities, and competencies, it may be really very difficult to assess.
Thank you so much, Lily. It is a very important question. Unfortunately, we have not even discussed a bit how to be protected from cheating, and it is a painful issue. As there are some technologies to be applied, we never touch it because, thanks God, we are working at master level, and at master level, typically, it is considered like already a shame. I mean, especially in Finland, I like it so much that is in some countries, cheating is considered like you better not do it. I mean, even your mates like are not how to say it, never supported and so on. I don't know what to say. I know in even LUT universities there are special rooms, for example, for giving exam, special exam rooms when exam could be conducted even without teacher. There are some cameras and there are special rules, and the assistant let the student in and telephone is out and so on. I understand this is a big pain. Yes. Also, I'm asking you as a teacher to teacher, what do you think? Can the test, can the teaching assessment methodologies be redesigned in such a way that cheating has no sense? Can we, instead of asking to memorize something and checking if he or she memorized something by doing quiz, try to make an assessment exercise in such a way that cheating is impossible?
Well, this is writing an essay or something like that, but still, if they are not in the classroom, if you do not see them personally, whether just the student is writing or somebody else, if they are submitted online, again, it is really very difficult. If it is a combination of synchronous and asynchronous teaching, and you already know your students, you may guess whether the student wrote the essay himself or herself or not. But if it is completely asynchronous, I think it will be impossible to control the process.
Absolutely legitimate and very painful issue. Thank you so much for this. I need to confess, I have no idea, I have no solution. I have never tried to solve this problem in a way, because I was always giving too much trust.
But the temptation to get the certificate is maybe really very great, and some people are not that honest.
Agree. Maybe we should give it another round of, I don't know, sharing of experience, how to prevent. But I need to learn how you are coping with it. But I don't know. I have no.
I think I can answer a little bit, because we have a lot of problem with cheatings.
Yes, Andrei.
So just on platform, when he's doing the quiz, it just can take the camera video. Who is in front, and that's all. So, because when we are doing the exam questionnaires, usually I'm asking them to turn on camera. If he will not turn on camera, he not admitted to exam. So that's all.
But if it is, again, it becomes somehow synchronous and not asynchronous when the student does it just at the time that is suitable for them.
Yes, but
or at the pace that is suitable.
The video is registered on the platform, and that's all. When he is passing the quiz, let's say he is making the quiz, the video is registered on the platform.
So you need a lot of assistance just to
just a cam or phone camera to turn on, and that's all.
And there could be artificial intelligence telling from the screen if student is cheating because he or she is sweating or watching from time to time, like yeah, can be, yeah.
Some sophisticated apps.
It will be very soon, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure, like an issue of couple of years, that this software will be available that checks. It does not tell the conclusion, but ask teacher to pay special attention for a student.
It might even replace teacher if it is that sophisticated.
No,
so by the time we create something very digital, exactly. AI might completely or partially replace us.
Yesterday, we had a discussion in this room with our students, with Anastasia and Victor and another student, and we decided to start working on it. We decided in summer to work a little bit on developing a teaching bot. So we want really to develop a bot that would teach instead of me or instead of Anastasia, that will be able to answer standard questions. So, and if you are interested, let's have some interesting summer. We are starting from a scratch. We are in the same situation and we understand what technology can be used. We have data, for example, your questions that you're permanently asking. So, and we want to analyze, to scan it and to develop a simple bot that will, next time, it will sit 24 hours in the smart channel and trying to ask, to answer your questions. Yes, it's not future, it's present.
Yeah, it's present, and I have a question connected with our present and material we had. So I would like to ask about annotations. I forgot to ask that question. So there are examples how we annotate YouTube videos and then students can do it. Like for me, a methodological question just to understand. If we are working, let's say on Moodle or some other platform and we have a video, so why isn't it possible so just to annotate or to make comments, let's say in our discussion forum, like what are the advantages or extras or some other opportunities that the annotations you were speaking about offers? Just please give some more information and maybe a few words about text annotation as well. So like expand on what you were saying in the video, please.
I understood it's questions to the video, to the tools that I showed in the video, right?
Yeah, to the tools, and like why annotate on YouTube if the students are to leave their annotation? So why can't they do it in some forum, for example, below a video on another educational platform? Just to the differences, the advantages, or maybe I have missed on something. Just
yeah, sure. So one reasons why we actually showed it because during the summer when we were teaching the same course, but in Russian there was a problem that most of the teachers didn't have any learning environment. So they were organizing everything themselves. So we didn't know that most of you who are with us now have Moodle. So you have organized learning environment, and that's actually changing the picture. The second reason, like why annotation as a tool or as a practical exercise is valuable, because students can communicate with the material and with themselves and with you at the same time. And how it's different from the forum, because it's in specific moment. So in the text, it's specific sentence, maybe specific phrase. In the video, it's also the specific minute, specific phrase. So there is kind of a reference between to which it's easy to come back and to watch, to see, and to read what is written to read. But if you're using forum for that, and for example, if each time you specify, like for example, 34 seconds, this comment, 55 seconds, this comment, it's also an option. Or if it's a general comment for the whole video, it's also an option.
Okay, thank
you. By the way, there is a nice tool in which you can publish a video, and then anyone who wants to comment video at special moment can do it. You can do it even as far as I remember, even in Google now. So if you upload a video to your Google Drive, like just and invite somebody to comment, then it is not like general comment about video, but somebody can comment at specific second or minute of video. That is great. because then you can, when you're commenting, discussing the video, for example, with your colleagues, then you can really be very specific that in the minute 2 second 15 you are smiling so nice. So okay,
may I ask one question?
Please.
This question is specifically for your professor. Every time when you discuss some of the advantages or disadvantages of synchronous or asynchronous methods, you concentrate on the current situation, like during the pandemic situation. And I absolutely agree with you that nowadays the synchronous and asynchronous method is one of the best decisions for universities and colleges as well. But let's talk in the future. Let's talk in like long-term perspectives. For example, there are lots of experts, and there are also lots of critics for like online study process, because many universities, like in Europe or America or Canada, there are many students who finish their studies and like received graduation and degree, and these experts show that they have much more disadvantages to find a real job than students who finished like study process in the classroom. And sometimes they argue that in the future, if we have like many students who finish studying online, we will have many problems to find like real jobs. What's your expectation? Like, can we like take these like opportunities or disadvantages as a like study process? Or I'm trusting in your idea.
Thank you. The question is just for discussion, I think, yeah, for sharing opinion. And I think, of course, students who were not able to come to the class, they lack something that is called emotional wisdom in a way. There will be definitely difficulties for them to understand if the boss is happy or unhappy or something like it. And it is big disadvantage. I'm not sure that the education became worse, so they are worse educated. No, I think it is still. I mean, they were given some professionalism. Yeah, there is certain turning lemon into lemonade, definitely, because there were some advantages. I mean, business also became digital. Business was forced to become digital, and so they somehow learned much faster how to operate in the environment, digital environment, and maybe how to be, I don't know, like to work remotely, how to work in a remote team, how to work in a team that headquarters in America and you are sitting in Georgia and you have a partner in China, and how to make things working together. So it is always we can see something good, in Indiana, I think. So I don't think it's catastrophic things. No, there is definitely something positive from this perspective. And we are discussing with Anastasia before to start this that we wanted to discuss a little bit the soft skills of digital era a little bit, but the discussion already blossoms on different topics, and we should not maybe enter it. But it's a good topic of discussion with a glass of wine in front of
exactly
of because
million dollar question every time for many universities. Yeah. Thank you very much for your experience.
You're welcome to Georgia, Leonid.
I'm coming. I'm waiting like crazy. I think in August. Really. I'm learning Georgian a bit also, so
keep in touch.
I will come. I promise, if I come, I will sing in Georgian.
One more question about the homework, because usually it's written like 1 hour for quizzes and 1 hour for homework, but usually I found that it took more than 1 hour to make all the homework. Maybe it's just for me, maybe someone. So how to measure for students how long it will take the homework for them to not make them scary about the course?
It is an excellent question, because I couldn't help laughing aloud, because typically when any student, all the time, I don't know, maybe thousands of years, they complain that the homework was too hard. Then it's like, and when we are forced to learn something, the first thing we start complaining, oh, sorry, but the homework was too hard. we tried approximately to evaluate. Maybe the 1 hour would be maybe a the low bound.
The second $1 million question, I think.
Another $1 million question, yeah. But sorry if it is a little bit longer than 1 hour. But it means maybe the torture happens or the cure began. The cure. So you learned something that you didn't expect. So it was not so easy for you.
No, I want to just know when I giving the homework for students, how to calculate them to not or something like that. I couldn't. I'm thinking how to measure the work time for the homework.
Okay,
for
very
students.
good question. First, you do first estimation, and after you have first cohort of students, second cohort, you make a better
something like. Okay,
second, but question I want to ask you, for example, how to measure the workload for teacher? If you prepare the synchronous course, for me it's still a big question mark. If I work like crazy a couple of months and then I prepare the course and now I'm not teaching, but the course is teaching itself, should I put 0 as my workload? That is a very interesting question. I still cannot answer.
About the students, calculate the students, how many students pass the or get into the.
Even if I don't work, if I'm retired already, so I'm
just do not say someone.
Yeah. How to evaluate the workload of students is okay. Problem. I mean, we can discuss it, negotiate. It's not a big deal if you make a mistake, but for, let's say, for administrator of university, for the dean to evaluate the workload, and now like I'm working similar, let's say, in work hours comparing to professor who teaches still in the class. but it's completely different platform. I'm teaching 24/7 with 5,000 students, and he's teaching 2 hours per week with 20 students. But the workload is the same, so that is crazy. But it's a reason for also for the whole system of evaluation of accounting in university to think how to award a professor who prepared a digital course, because it's like enthusiasm only. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. It's a painful question for me also.
Not just for
most of universities, they don't support it. I was never given a special money to develop digital course. Never. I work at it. I do it because I like it. As a result, I invest in my work. We work hard, and as a result, I create an automated course, and then means, oh, but you are not working because it is just a program now. So
you should pay the program.
Yes,
it's fun. It's fun to think about it. Yes.
Do you speak Russian, by the way?
Да, немножко говорю по-русски, да.
Каждая инициатива, вы знаете, да, это выражение?
Yes. All initiatives are punished. Yes, that is true. It is old school, old bureaucracy or common economy school.
We hear the same from capitalist countries.
I'm sure we share roots, but let's try to get out of this box. Life is interesting out of the box. Let's try to work with students who has to be won. Yeah. Good. More questions or impressions or anything? We are almost done with our formal time of meeting. Elena, anything to say, or you are happy with how it is progressing?
Elena. It is always there is place for improvements or rooms for improvements, I think. So I'm happy that we have so active participants and they are interested in these questions. They raise many different topics. I also discussed with my colleague during your conversation about this. So let's see how it will be, and I propose you to discuss it maybe also on Telegram or on Facebook if you want, communication among different partners. So I share the link. So if you want, join this group, and you will also stay in touch, even in asynchronous way.
Nice. Okay. Still,
sorry.
So thank you very much then. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes, for today, this is it. But you can also share with us the ideas and we will think how to realize them or how bring them to a real life.
Okay, I've already written there. I'm teaching educational sciences as well. So Pasi Zalberg has a very good book about Finnish lessons, which says that it should be trust-based learning and teaching process. So take it into consideration as well when you are designing some digital whatever instruments.
Well, we don't design only digital. We just think how we can help our students or make the teaching learning process more interactive, attractive, or modern, relevant for the current tendencies. So,
which means more delivery and less assessment, my dear.
No, I would not say like this. I just today when I finished my work, I wrote to my colleagues that I am done, and he told me it was a great milestone. And then I answered, wow, then I can imagine the overall objective. No, I'm not so sorry. I'm not agree with you. Not less assessment, because I also passed some courses and we did a lot of homework, and you can manage this. It depends on the methodology and approach that you use.
It's up to you. Maybe I'm more popular among my students. I don't know.
Sure.
Just one question about certificates. I have also done some homeworks, and I get the certificates from our digital courses. So it's via available. I can take it or something. I haven't been to that courses, but I have made the possibly the certificates. So it's to another courses on the platform.
Okay, so we asked to set our course that there is only one certificate and at the end of the course. So you should not be able to generate certificate for passing the one quiz or one homework. So it should be one certificate at the end of the course in general. I don't know how they will make it. I asked them to connect it to all quizzes. Sorry, I don't know how they will make it. So I guess it will be a surprise for all of us next week.
I have passed to other classes. In other classes, I have entered there are different type of courses, and I have also made the homework there and get the certificates. So they are available, good certificates, or just.
For the previous courses, ask the teachers. I really don't know what settings they have. In our course, I can say that we will have only one certificate at the end of the course. So no minor certificates during the course or after each task.
There are a lot of courses on the digital platform, so I'm getting in all of these courses and making the homework quizzes and getting the certificates, but I was not invited there in the course.
We can't help you because it's not our courses. Like, we are responsible only for our course, not the project in general, or not the other teachers or instructors. They're actually prepared by other universities. So
you can. Yes, sorry to interrupt you. But if you have questions regarding the previous courses, you can write me.
I'm getting different types of courses and all the courses on the platform and passing this, making the quizzes and getting the certificates like advanced acceleration and raise funding in governance model. So I pass it, I get it, the certificates.
Yes, because there was different approach. It depends on the conditions and requirements.
Okay, you did not understand. I will explain the question, sorry.
Yeah, no, I understand because I know how it works.
Yeah, Elena is in charge of this and she definitely knows. I can only tell you, for example, concerning the acceleration course, right? If you get all the certificates there, then you get one final certificate you receive. So everything is going to be okay in the end. And as Elena said, you can ask her the question and she will answer.
Okay. I will.
So all these courses were designed in order to make you able to, in the end, to teach online your students. And they, from their side, they need to promote their business ideas also online. So that's why we choose such topics and such program. And it was structured in this logic.
Okay, I will say the certification is automated on the platform. So if you make the quizzes, everyone can get in and make this quiz and get the certificate. It's something like this.
Yes.
Okay.
If you know about this, if you watched the video, if you did what it was requested, then you get your certificate.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Can you please give us some more information about the study visits to Finland, like next time? Because the number of participants is great as far as I understand. So if it is possible, like next time, maybe you can announce the selection criteria or the expected dates, etc. So like when we were joining the course, we were told about about the possibility of study visits to Finland. So if possible, just comment on it next time or today.
With a great pleasure, but all these questions should be discussed with your local coordinators. Each institution in which you are enrolled, I mean, you are teaching on behalf of this organization, you have a project manager. And this person is responsible for the selection of those who will attend the study visits, the management meetings, so on. So all the information about projects, about the visits is discussed during the management meetings. Of course, it could not be discussed widely with all the participants. I can just share with you the major directions or introduce you in details of the project or the activities we're going to do if you are interested. But it's up to I mean, you have a responsible person who need to answer expressly to this question.
Okay, I'm not talking about this particular course, but like there is not always transparency in a selection procedure, if you know what I mean. So that's why I was asking if there are some criteria or something of the kind. Thank you.
Yes, of course there are. So if you want, if you, I don't know, want to know something more, please.
Anything else to talk about?
I will just want to thank you all for everything, for the discussion, for the job you are doing. It's challenging, I know, but I think it's worthwhile, and getting people out of the comfort zone is difficult. I'm thinking about myself, how cozy I feel here in my comfort zone. But as you said, we need just to challenge ourselves to get out of the box and just to, it's out of the comfort zone where learning takes place. So thank you and take care. See you.
Thank you so much for nice words. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your effort and time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
you. Thank you for your report.
Goodbye.